Hey there, welcome to the Minerva shop. Today I'm diving into a super handy upgrade for an irrigation system. These are quick coupler valves. Now that spring is in full swing here and those winter, I'll get to them later projects are definitely calling my name, and let's be honest, nobody wants to be wrestling with rock solid ground during the summer heat. I need to get this one completed soon. So why quick coupler valves? Well, picture this. Instant hose connection exactly where you need them in your yard. No more lugging hoses all the way from that one lonely hose bib, which in my case is tucked away in the garage. Not exactly convenient, right? Plus, when it's time to winterize the irrigation system, these guys get winterized right along with everything else. No worrying about freezing or cracking. And the best part, they're actually budget friendly. Looking at the layout of my yard, these two green control boxes are the start of my irrigation system, and this is where I'm going to need to tap into. I've got two key spots in mind for these valves. One over here, this yellow circle, and the other one is way over here on the other side of the house, this other yellow circle. Now, that farther location would mean digging a hefty 90-foot trench. We're going to get a little creative and see if we can run the plumbing through the crawl space under the house. Less digging, count me in. For the crawl space run, we'll be using Type B PEX. And for the other valve, we'll go with the classic PVC. So you can see these quick coupler valves installed two different ways. So stick around. Hopefully this video will give you all the inspiration and know-how you need to tackle this project on your own. Let's go get it. Found my irrigation line, and I also found the wires going to the control valves. Dig out this a little bit more so I can splice in splitters, and then we'll run those to the control valves. All right, so I got my trench dug. I figured watching somebody dig is about as fun as digging holes, so I also feel like you can tell how well digging project's going by how many tools are out, and I only got 1, 2, 3 out, so that's not too bad. I bet if I waited till summertime, I'd have like 12 things to run out, and it would have taken half the day. So into this PVC line, that's where I'm gonna tap in, but first I wanna drain the irrigation line. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, with the trench dug and the irrigation line discharged, I'm going to drill a pilot hole through my foundation and then crawl into the house and just make sure that there's nothing important on the other side. And my pilot hole was clear, there's nothing in the way, so I'm good to go back and make a larger hole. I'm running 3/4 inch PEX through this, so I'm gonna make the hole big enough for a 1.25 inch pipe, and that'll be the sleeve to protect the PEX from the concrete of the foundation. And after drilling that all out, I'll just vacuum up the hole, clean it up, and seal the PVC pipe. All right, and then another hole just like that. All right, now I'm gonna pull the PEX through under about here, and then we can start hooking up all the connections. All right, now that I got all the PEX pulled in, I'm going to install the quick coupler valves. Let's cut this one down below. All right, put a ring on first and then put the 90 onto here. Get that seated all the way down. Get our clamp. So for the valve to fit under the box and to be below grade so I don't mow for the top, I'm gonna put it about 2 inches below grade. Just do about 3 inches. All right. So now when I bury this right here, low grade, and I won't run over with the lawnmower. So this is the irrigation supply line, and I need to put this 4-way T into here. Okay, so I'm gonna make 2 cuts here. Okay. Well, I didn't get quite enough flex out of that, so I'm gonna have to dig it out, fix that break. So I'll start off with the 4-way T, and then I'll build my way out each way. When doing PVC, I primer both the pipe and the fitting, also glue both surfaces, and then push the fitting onto the pipe and make a 1/4 turn, and then hold it there for 15 seconds. When that's all done, just wipe away any glue squeeze out. So since this is a 1-inch pipe and I'm going 3/4, I got these bushings that step down to 3/4, so we'll glue those in next. I'm going to put the coupler valve about 2.5 inches below the grade. So we need a 3-inch pipe. I'll go cut that, I'll be back. Then we got our threaded coupler. All right, brass insert that's going to connect to the PEX. I'll just wrap that with some Teflon, seat that, and then we can do our PEX connection. Slide a ring on. Seat it all the way. Okay. And of course I had to fix that pipe that I broke. Now since this pipe is more flexible than PVC pipe, to kind of give it more rigidity, kind of secure it to a piece of conduit I have left over. First I'm gonna drive down a stake and then put the conduit in there. I like sorting the zone there. All right. So around the pipe, I will just pump in a little bit of foam sealer. And then since my soil has a bit of rock in it around the pecs, I'm just going to bury that in a layer of sand and then put dirt and then gravel on top of it all. So now, anytime I want to use a hose on this side of the house, take off my lid, cut my valve, good to go. Guess I don't have any reason not to pressure wash this side of the house anymore.